Hey, good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday or Monday. Most people say Monday, but it's people like moan. Oh, I got to go back to work. It's been a good weekend. Now I got to go back to work. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? But hope all is well. Happy Monday to everybody. Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. I do this every Monday through Friday. Try to do it between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 noon, but sometimes, the schedules don't dictate or something. If something's happening, then yeah, I can't do it that early, but that's okay. But as long as you do it, as long as you stay consistent, that's the key, right? So trying to be consistent with things that I do. I mean, I say this every day that I do this. Um, but it's just, it's an ongoing thing, right? Trying to be consistent with putting your brand out there, marketing or whatever you want to call it, your branding, all that stuff. Um, it's all a part of what you are. It's part of what you do, and the more you do, the more I guess you receive the fruits of your labor, if you will. The more you put out, the more you're gonna get in return. At least that's how I'm looking at it, right? But yeah, so that's what I do. I want to put my brand out there. I got my T-shirt on today. I got my Russell of Hotels shirt on today. You guys ever seen that? All right, Russell of Hotels. Hashtag hospitality unplugged. There you go, just in case you want to see. But I guess the only thing that matters is the logo, right? As long as you see that and you're like, oh, that's Russell of Hotels. If you can see this right here, that's a bed, right? A lot of people don't even know that, right? They look at it like, that is a bed, right? Russell of Hotels. Beds have hotels. I mean, I said that wrong. Hotels have beds, right? So that's what it is. That's part of the H. Isn't that something? So, hey, that's just how it is. That's just how I roll. But hope everyone is well. And I think I said that already. But let's see, what was I gonna say today? Just a quick shout out. I mean, I've been shouting out, Craig for the last week or since the his conference ended, which was the Click conference. So California Lodging Investment Conference, which took place last week at the Westin South Coast Plaza Hotel in Costa Mesa. I do once again appreciate being invited. Once again, I want to thank Craig Sullivan for allowing me to come in and kind of meet people, and it was just a great time. Got to meet a lot of great people. I can't look. I'm looking forward to next year already. And one of the good things about this, um, I updated my headshot finally. I mean, I've been wanting to do a headshot for like ever. And everybody always knows a photography, right? A photographer that, oh, I can get you a headshot. Oh, you can do this, I can do that, I can come set up at your house, whatever. Well, there happened to be a photographer there. He had a booth set up, and I just said, hey, do you do headshots? He said, yeah, I can do one now if you want to. I'm like, seriously? He said, yeah. And it was relatively I don't want to say inexpensive, but it was right. It was in a price range, right? So I'm like, and it was convenient, right? I didn't have to go anywhere. I was already there. So Antonio Polano, Pullano, Polano. I'm gonna say Polano. Okay. So yeah, so he hooked me up. Love and Life Multimedia. That's the name of his company. So he was the official photographer for Craig at the Click conference, right? So during the break, he said, "Yeah, I can do it. Just let's go outside and let's get it taken care of." So he did. It took about I don't know 10 shots. He cleaned them up, whatever they do, edit them or whatever, and he emailed them to me. Emailed me the proof, and I approved it, and sending the money, Venmo or whatever, and done. Right. So that's what it's all about, right? So no, I appreciate Antonio Polano for hooking me up. I appreciate just meeting people. Just Stephen Medell was there. Now Stephen Medell and I go way back. We started with, or no, we didn't start with, but we worked at Broughton Hotels together, and that goes back. Well, I was there from 2010 to 13, and he was there for like 12 years, from what I understand. He was the director of development, director of development, VP of development. Basically, he would find the hotels for them to purchase or to manage. And now he has that same position with Pacifica Hotels. So we got a chance to. I haven't seen him in years, right? Of course, I haven't seen him probably since the pandemic, but it was good to see him. Good to sit. I sat with him the whole conference, and we're talking back and forth or whatever. But it was great, right? It was great to see Stephen Medell. Met some new people. I saw Dr. Jeffrey O, who was with the International Hospitality Institute. I appreciate him. Um, just his presence. I mean, it was amazing, right? Just to finally meet him. Now, a lot of these people I meet on social media, right? So don't sleep on the social media game, right? You meet people online, not online, but you meet people on different platforms. Like I knew these people from LinkedIn, right? And this was the first time I actually got a chance to meet some of these people, right? People that I admire, people that I follow, people that I respect, right? So also Calvin Tioki, Glenn Hausman, who has his own talk show, like the number one talk show in hospitality, Cesar Pena, Kyle Allison, who is hospitality MD, along with Greg Fergoso and Tom Groby. Groby, did I say that right? Hopefully I said that right. Groby, I'll say Groby. Mac Blair, these are just people I just run into. Alex Shamsuddin, Jenna Fox, producer Danny, Antonio Polano. I mentioned him. He was a photographer. Arnie kind of kept things together at the conference. And then, of course, like I just mentioned, Stephen Medell. So I do appreciate. And then Craig Sullivan was there. And of course, I always love to see Craig. So it was just great to be there, to be present, to be just one of the attendees, and to meet people and share similar thoughts, and talk to some hotel folks about branding and things like that, things that we're missing or they're missing. Now, I'm not missing it. I see it now. It's one thing when you're working in the hotel space, right? My last position was director of sales and marketing, right? At a hotel. But previous to that, I was a hotel general manager. I've held various positions, right? So out of 25, 30 years experience, I was at 14 different hotels and held various positions, starting off as a housekeeping manager and kind of worked my way up. Front office, food and beverage, sales manager, night manager, um, director of sales and marketing, general manager, and then ended at being a director of sales and marketing again, that's my calling, right? Branding, director of sales and marketing. That's my calling, right? So I was never in it to be a general manager, although that's the top position. Everybody thinks that you have to aspire to be that. No, you don't. You have to aspire to be what you want to be, not what everybody else wants you to do. So just remember that, right? So sometimes we can get caught up in someone else's goals for you, or maybe goals for them and their company, but that doesn't necessarily equate to a goal for you, right? And that was never a goal of mine. I'm glad I did it because I learned that. First of all, I learned I don't have to second guess myself and say, I wish I had done that. I wish it. No, I did it, and I'm like, no, I don't wish I had done that. Okay, I glad I did it just for that experience, for that season that I did it in. But I don't ever need to do that again, right? So I'm good on that. But I love the director of marketing and sales, and I put marketing first because we fail to remember that marketing is a big part of what we do as far as getting business in. Although we're used to direct selling to the end user, to the client, but we forget about all the other aspects of the marketing process. And branding is a huge part of that. Branding, like awareness, being top of mind, making sure that we're doing everything we can, not just physically, like, in person, but what are we doing electronically? What are we doing digitally? I can't even speak, digitally. Okay. What are we doing, via the internet, via, Facebook and all these social media platforms? What are we doing to keep our brand top of mind and in people's faces? Right. So, because that's still what we're doing, right? Selling is, face-to-face communication, being able to touch them and all this kind of stuff, and maybe breaking bread with them and things like that. But you can't always do that. So in lieu of doing that, what do? You create content, right? Like just like this. This is creating content. It's creating content for Russell of Hotels, but it's creating content nonetheless. And sometimes we forget that we have more time to do this than we do to direct sale to someone. Okay. Because you don't have to be in front of someone to do this. You can do it and send it out, but you want to make sure you're sending to the right people, right? It's the same thing with selling, right? Direct selling. We want to make sure we're entertaining the right people. We want to make sure we're having conversation with the right people, the decision makers, if you will, right? And a lot of times we miss the point, or we miss the mark on that. Like we think we're talking to the end user. Well, that person has nothing to do with booking your meeting or staying at your hotel, right? So it takes a long time to cultivate those relationships and see exactly what is their role, what do they do they plan meetings, are they the ones that make the decision, or are they just fact finding, or whatever. So but it is what it is, right? We do what we do, and it's a process. Everything's a process, but I just always want to say, don't forget that marketing is a huge portion of what we do in that sales department. I know like I said, we want to say, well, we're director of sales first, then marketing second. It actually should be the other way around. Director of marketing sales is part of marketing. Okay. Branding is part of marketing. Is one bigger than the other? It depends. What during COVID, branding and that was a bigger part than selling, right? Because no one was going anywhere, but people need to be aware that you are still there, right? That rhyme, be aware that you're still there. So it took the place of the sales until you can go back in direct selling, which, we're back there now. But my thing is, you can never get rid of the branding part of it. You have to make sure you are top of mind as much as you can be, right? So there you go. I hope I, shared some good information today. If not, then okay, don't listen. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, no, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Like I said, I do these every Monday through Friday between the hours of 9 and noon. Russell of Hotels. I have a talk show called On Air with Russell of Hotels, comes on here on this same YouTube channel as well as LinkedIn simultaneously. Yes. I talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of hospitality. I have guests coming on. I'm at show number 199 tomorrow. So this is every Tuesday, 1 o'clock. I'm in California, Los Angeles specifically. So it's a countdown to show number 200. So tomorrow will be show number 199. Of course, the next Tuesday will be show number 200, right? I don't have a guest tomorrow, but I did have a guest last week, and I want to thank again Mr. Calvin Stovall for coming on. Calvin Stovall previously with Hilton Hotels as Hilton Hotel Worldwide as a VP of brand marketing for was it the Homewood Suites division or Hilton Garden Inn division? I can't remember. Homewood Suites division, I believe. So yeah, so he held a position with that, and then he went into speaking. He does speaking engagements now. In fact, his company is called Iconic Presentations, and now he's writing a book. Right, so now he's going to be an author. Add that to the list. So yeah, so he's doing a lot of things. So I had him on the show last week. So make sure you go back to YouTube and check out my last show. It was show number 198. Please check that out. Tomorrow, once again, is show 199. And then next week, I'm going to have a guest for show number 200. I'm going to have Miss Tina Zasadi. She's a assistant director of sales and marketing at the Garland Hotel in North Hollywood, California, which is in the Valley section, Valley girl, kind of thing. So it's out there. So I'm not going to be out there. She's going to be out there. I'm going to be here in my office, but she's going to be a guest on my show. And guess what? We used to work together. She used to work for me. So who knows what's going to happen during that time, during that conversation, right? But I look forward to that as well. But that's it. So I just wanted to come on. Let's see. Was there something else I wanted to say while I'm here? I do these lives, not just here on YouTube, but I do them on Instagram as well. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. If you follow me here, or if you haven't subscribed, could you please subscribe to my channel? I would appreciate it. And I appreciate the people that have subscribed. In fact, I got like 5 in the last week. I don't know what the reason is, but I appreciate it. I appreciate, people subscribing to my channel. So I'm going to ask you again. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I do appreciate it. So once again, did I mention? I forgot to mention this, right? So I've been working on this for a while, right? So, well, it was in my mind last year, all of 2022, but I said, you know what, 2023, I'm gonna hit this hard. I'm gonna make it happen, right? So I have been trying to get a promo rate with certain hotels, right? Well, make a long story short, I finally got now promo code is basically you go. I always make sure people book direct. Okay, so regardless of the hotel, you go on their website and you book your hotel, or if you call them, that's fine too, as long as you're booking direct with that hotel. Like if it's a Hilton hotel downtown LA, you're either calling that specific Hilton hotel or you're going to their site and you're booking that hotel, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. So book direct. So I was able to get it's an independent hotel called the um, Level Hotel. They have hotels here in LA as well as I want to say Chicago, and some in Canada as well, right? So, but I'm specifically, talking about the one here downtown Los Angeles, which is on Olive Street. So I was able to get them. I know the general manager, right? So Craig, thank you so much. But he was able to give me a rate code, right? So I can give it out to people that I know, my contacts, my clients, my friends, my family, whoever, doesn't matter, whoever, because I'm trying to use my brand to get people to book direct at this particular hotel. So if you're doing business in LA, it's a great hotel. It's called the Level Hotel. The website is stayinglevel.com. STAYINGLEVEL.com. So staying. No, we don't want a phone call right now. Thank you so much, though. Appreciate you calling. I don't even recognize. You ever get those phone for whatever reason, the same area code 424, there's always spam calls. So I don't answer those calls. But I don't know why I keep getting these calls. I've been put on every list, do not call list, but I always get the damn calls. So is a do not call list actually supposed to deter people or is it supposed to welcome? Okay, this guy wants you to call him because I get more calls than anyone. I mean, God, it's just crazy. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So stayinglevel.com and the promo code is ROH23, Russell of Hotels 2023, right? So that's the rate code. So you just use that rate code, you get the special rate that I would get if I walked in the door, right? So you get my rate, right? So which is great, which is lower than the other rates that they have at this particular hotel. So there you go. So once again, the hotel is the Level Hotel. I'm trying to think. Level Hotel. It's on Olive and Ninth, downtown LA. So if you have any business downtown, and specifically, I'll say this: doesn't matter who it is. It can be leisure, it can be corporate, but this hotel does a lot of like athletes and entertainment and things like that, movie shoots, film shoots, people that need to be in the area for certain reasons, right? It's not too far from Crypto Arena, which is where the Lakers, the Sparks, the Clippers, the Kings, where they play, right? It's not too far from there. It's not too far from the convention center. So it's right there, not too far from LA Live. So if you're attending a conference or convention somewhere downtown, you got business downtown, you're filming downtown, whatever the case may be, that's the place you need to stay. And you can go to my YouTube channel and you can find out you can see the videos of the hotel. I've taken some pictures, some photos, some video, so you actually can see what you're getting. They have an 18,000 square foot penthouse. Okay, if you want to stay there, you can do that too, right? Just ask for that Russell of Hotels rate and they will give it to you. But it's gonna come at a different price than the other hotels, right? But then I mentioned that the rooms are 1, 2, and 3 bedroom suites. Okay. Did I mention that? They're not your typical standard size rooms. Did you know your typical standard hotel size is about 300 to 350 square feet? These start at 700 square feet. Did I mention they have kitchens? Did I mention they have washers and dryers? Did I mention that every room has a balcony? You can walk out and they have a balcony. Did I mention that? Most hotels don't have that. I mean, a good percentage of hotels don't have that, right? So this is some of the things that this hotel, and it has pool, it has an exercise, it has a gym. I wouldn't say an exercise room. It has a full gym as well. Okay. So yeah, so it has all the amenities that you can ask for and more. It does not have a restaurant on site. So I have to say that it does not have a restaurant on site, but there are restaurants around the hotel, right? Um, so there you go. And then with DoorDash and all them, who needs a restaurant anyway? So there you go. So it's called once again Level Hotel, downtown LA. If you're ever booking it, go what did I say, stayinglevel.com and just put in the code. It'll ask you for the code and just put the code in ROH23. And it automatically tell you, when you got that rate, it'll tell you, it'll say Russell of Hotels special rate. Boom. I saw that. I'm like, this is tight. This is fire. So anyway, so there you go. And I almost forgot that, right? That's the most important thing why I got on this thing, right? Do this live is to let people know that the Level Hotel downtown LA has offered the first hotel to offer Russell of Hotels that special promo rate for my guests, for my, whoever, for my clients, for my friends, for my family, for all the people that watch YouTube, my YouTube channel. So that's why it's important to subscribe, right? Because you get that rate, right? Because you didn't know unless you came to my channel. So make sure you guys take advantage of that if you're ever in LA. And of course, let me know that you're there and let me know how your stay was because I'm very interested in knowing that. So that's it for today. I'm going to do my live on Instagram in a couple minutes. So if you guys want to join me over there, you're more than welcome to do that. But anyway, Russell of Hotels, I'm out. Peace.